Alright guys, so I have been looking at Polymarket and I see that there are a lot of bets here around the release of Claude Mythos. Now, if you don't know, Polymarket is a platform where people can go and place bets on things like these. And it is interesting that there's so much bet going on just the release date of Claude Mythos. Like this is one example where chances of Mythos being released on or prior to June 9, which is today, is 79%. And then there is this other one, which basically states June 9 at 83%, June 10 at 87%, and so on. Now, the interesting thing here is why is there so much buzz about Mythos? Because AI companies release these models every now and then, right? So why is release of Mythos creating so many waves, so much of buzz? To understand that, I'll give you some context. So this is what happened back in April. A Discord link group was able to access Claude Mythos in a breach. So yeah, Anthropic was not even talking about this model. There was a leak and the first mention about this model was found in a draft blog post. After that, of course, curiosity around this model increased a lot and a group was able to access it without Anthropic's approval. But of course, Anthropic pulled access. However, after a few weeks, they did acknowledge that they are testing this new AI model that they called is a step change in capabilities. Now, what does step change here actually mean? So according to Anthropic, they were calling it the most capable model that they have built to date. But of course, they gave access to security researchers and they said that it is the most dangerous AI model in the world. Now that sounds alarming, right? And then it also makes sense why Anthropic was not talking about this model, because what they found was that this model was able to find thousands of security issues in softwares that we use every day. Now, Anthropic and security researchers, they didn't disclose what softwares they were in which Mythos found so many bugs, but just think of it, like these could be softwares that we are using every day. It could be our operating systems for computers and mobile devices. It could be softwares that we use every day on phone and computers, or it could be softwares that run on servers around the world. So think of a situation where you are not able to book a flight or you're not able to board a flight because the software that runs the entire operation is not working because it's now breached. That could be a very tricky situation for the world, right? And that is why this model was kept so guarded. Of course, since then, Anthropic gave access of this model to cybersecurity firms and their partners. The partners include leading companies like Amazon, Apple, Broadcom, Cisco, Nvidia, and they're calling this partnership as Project Glasswing. So this is their initiative to basically help secure critical software for the AI era. Now, of course, this is not the first time when we are hearing about such capabilities of AI models. There have been situations in the past where an AI model was pitched to be the next big thing, but they didn't turn out to be as impressive. And Mythos is also not immune to that. So Sam Altman basically went on to say that Mythos is Anthropic's fear-based marketing. So basically what he's saying is that Anthropic is overpromising what Mythos can do so that they could claim that their model is better and basically increase the market share of Claude. Now, of course, I don't know what the real capabilities are, but the truth can be somewhere in the middle. And given how useful Opus 4.5 already is, I'll be looking forward to the release of Mythos or the next version of Anthropic's model. Now, one thing to note is that they may not be calling this model as Mythos on release. So it seems that they are going to call it Fable 5 instead of Mythos, and that makes total sense because it is a very common practice for companies to have a separate internal name for a project and a separate external name for the same project. And of course, like when they release it, it will not be the full release of Mythos. It will be more of a watered down version of Mythos with a lot of guardrails. That I think is the right approach to take with a model like this one. I hope you found the video helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.